It's your girl Natasha Morrison, and you are now listening to Tenacious Goddess. Hey Goddess, welcome back. Alright, so today we'll be talking about why you should never, ever chase a guy. Trust me, ladies, been there, done that. Do not do it to yourself. Ladies, men are warriors. Men go after what they want. They are go-getters. That is the masculine energy. Masculine energy goes after what it wants. It sees something that it wants and says, yes, that's what I want. That is going to be my prize. Masculine men want the gold medal. They want to win the race. They don't want to come second. They are competitive. And because of that energy, you should never chase a man. You should sit patiently in your femininity, your softness, your nurturing ways, your kindness, and wait for a man to come to you. Because if you do chase a man, that man won't value you. Men value the things they have to work for. And if a man doesn't have to work for you, he won't value you. He will take you for granted, and you will probably end up in a toxic relationship. One of those relationships where today you argue, tomorrow you make up, then things are great, then he does all these nice things, and then you're arguing again, and then you're probably thinking about proposing to him because you've been with him for 5, 6, 10 years, and he still hasn't popped the question. Why? Because you didn't require him to do it. Do you guys remember Gabrielle Union's character in Think Like a Man, where she had that fun, playful college sweetheart relationship, and he was comfortable? She had to switch things up. She had to become very intentional. She had to put her foot down and say, no, you can no longer be this child. I need you to man up. When a man wants you, he will go after you and he'll fight for you. He'll change his ways to do better for you. And you chasing a man is just showing that you love him so much, and you want that man to adore you. You want that man to love the ground you walk on, because as women, we are naturally tuned into our love. We love, we give, we birth, we nurture, we're kind, we're caring. So when it comes to men, you want that man to channel that feminine energy he has in him. All of that feminine energy he has within him needs to be put onto you. All of that love, all of that care, all of that tenderness. He might be a boss at work, and when he goes into the office, he's this tough guy. But when he comes home to you, he can just relax. He takes off his armor and he can just be at peace. And a man won't appreciate you unless he fights for you. He needs to want you. Men are attracted first by what they see. That's why it's important to make sure you're carrying yourself right, you look good, you dress good, you're behaving correctly, because the way you behave will attract different types of men. Trust me, I've been there. And if you want high value men to approach you, you need to carry yourself as a high value woman. So don't ever chase a guy. What you should be doing, ladies, is pouring all that love into yourself. I've said this before and I'll keep saying this. Self-love is so important. When you love yourself so much, you don't have time to chase a guy. You don't even want to chase a guy. You need to make sure that you're pouring all your energy into loving yourself, making your cup overflow, making sure that you're setting yourself with good standards and good boundaries. For me personally, I make sure I look after myself. I was in a relationship, and I remember my ex used to do the most amazing things for me. Buy me flowers, buy me gifts, book me spa days, take me away on holidays, and treat me like a queen. And I loved it. And then when I got out of that relationship, it made me realize these are the things that I want to be doing for myself. I wasn't doing these things before him. He really put me on game. I can't lie to you. He really put me on game. But once that relationship ended, I decided I'm going to keep buying myself flowers. I'm going to keep taking myself to the spa. I'm going to keep pouring that love into myself. You don't need a man to come and maintain you. You don't need a man to prove your self-worth. You need to do that for yourself. You need to love yourself, because that's where it begins. The journey begins with you. When you're buying yourself nice things, when you're buying yourself flowers, when you're pampering yourself, when you're making sure you look kept and you feel good and you look good, the right guy will come along. The right man will come into your life, and he will appreciate you. And you know what as well? He will see the standards you set get for yourself, you'll see that, wow, oh my gosh, this girl buys herself flowers all the time. She takes herself to the spa. She buys herself nice gifts to treat herself. She looks after herself. She looks after her space. Well, if I'm going to come into her life, I need to make sure that I'm up in my game. I need to make sure that I'm doing this and more. I need to make sure that I come into her life and I'm adding, I'm not taking away from her. But first you need to add to yourself. First you need to be that woman for yourself. When you are that woman for yourself, trust me, you won't even have time to chase a guy. When you have a hobby and you focus on your dreams and you focus on meditating and self-love and self-care and building yourself and learning and reading books, instead of watching Netflix, read books. Watch doc-series, watch documentaries, build your knowledge. Grow yourself, learn, feed into yourself, put time and energy into yourself, into loving yourself, in loving your hair, loving your body, loving your skin, loving everything about you. And when you love yourself, your mind is going to change. Your mind is going to change and you won't need love from a guy because you love yourself so much. And when a guy does come, he's going to see that. He's going to see how much love and how much effort you put into yourself, and he's going to know that he needs to come correct. He needs to come on levels because you have you and you've been doing you. So don't ever chase a guy, ladies. Don't ever do it. Pour that love or pour that chase into yourself. I would definitely say get a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper write down all the things you want in a guy, all the qualities you want, how you want him to be, how you want him to look, whatever it is that you want to do that. Then everything you've written on that paper, put it into yourself. If you said you want a good looking man, then make sure you are a good looking woman. If you say you want a financially stable man, make sure you are financially stable yourself. What are your dreams and your goals? What are your passions? Start working on that so that that can pay your bills, so that can be your income, so that you're doing something that makes you happy. Pour that love into yourself and the right person will come. Don't ever chase a guy. Men go after what they want. Remember that. If a man isn't coming after you, it means he doesn't want you, he doesn't value you. Don't ever lower your standards. Have your boundaries, set your standards, set them high. And you know what? These are the standards you hold for yourself. I used to be so afraid of what people used to say about me. Oh, you look materialistic. Oh, she looks high maintenance. She looks like this, she looks like that. And I used to rebel against it. But do you know what I learned? Just do you. If someone feels that you're too high maintenance, well, guess what? I'm maintaining myself, boo. Well, guess what? I'm looking after myself, boo. I'm paying my bills. I make sure that I buy my clothes, I buy my bags, I buy my shoes, I buy myself flowers, I take myself out. Learn to love yourself, because if someone is intimidated by the way you're loving yourself, how are they going to love you? How are they going to love you if they're intimidated by the love you give yourself? You do not want that type of person, because a high value man, he's going to respect that. He's going to respect the fact that you take care of yourself. He's going to respect the fact that you love yourself and you're pouring into yourself. And that's going to make him want to just add to you, because masculine energy is about adding. It's about providing. It's about giving. And feminine energy is about receiving. So don't ever chase a guy, because that guy is not for you. And the right guy will come. But firstly, ladies, pour that love into yourself. Pour that unconditional love into yourself and focus on you, and you will attract the right friendships and the right relationship to you. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's episode. There will be more information on today's episode on my blog, so please head over to www.tenaciousgoddess.com. Please hit up my Instagram as well, which is Tenacious Goddess, where we post stuff about feminine empowerment, femininity, and womanhood, and just anything empowering and inspiring. It will all be over there on the Instagram. Until my next episode, I will talk to you guys then. So take care.